Happy morning, I'm Paige, and this is the Happy Kitchen, where anyone can be a great cook. And today's video is for my coffee subscribers. If you have the time, please watch this video all the way till the end. If you like it, like it. If you have a question or if you can leave a comment, that would be really helpful as well. Interacting with this video really helps my channel grow and reach more people. And then if you are not a subscriber, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Join the Happy Kitchen family. I'd really appreciate it. Today's video is going to be a quick reference guide for how to clean and descale the Breville Bambino Plus, and then how to clean the Breville Dose Control Pro. I have a very long, extensive, detailed video on both of these machines that I will link below that goes over quite a bit. So if you do have questions at the end, you can absolutely leave them in the comments down below and I'd be happy to help. You can also check out that video because it might answer some of your questions. I go into great detail, but this video is supposed to be a quick reference. So when you already kind of know what you're doing, but you want to refer back, you can come to this video and quickly view just the little portion that you want. So I'm going to make it as quick as possible, as informative as possible. But if you do have any questions, leave them in the comments down below and I'd be happy to help. Let's get started. First, remove all your removable pieces. Then you're going to unplug your grinder and remove the top piece by opening it up and turning the centerpiece counterclockwise. Put this over your storage container or glass bowl and turn the piece back clockwise, and it will empty out any coffee beans that are in that top reservoir. Return the reservoir to the top of the grinder, lock it in place, plug it back in, and then run it so that any coffee beans that are currently in the metal burrs will grind through. Unplug your machine once again and remove that top reservoir. Once you have removed the reservoir, you will see a metal piece that you can flip up that looks kind of like a handle, and you're going to turn this piece counterclockwise as well. You'll see that I probably should have done this a little bit sooner. Mine was a bit stuck, and when it finally turned, a bunch of coffee came out. With the machine still unplugged, I turned it upside down to get any coffee bits out. And then I used a soft, dry cloth as well as a dry brush to start cleaning off the metal pieces. You don't want to use anything wet while you're doing this portion. I then used a very gentle cleaner, mine is plant-based, and cleaned the outside of both machines. I then wet my cloth and sprayed a little bit of the thieves cleaner on it as well, and I cleaned up underneath where the water comes out and the espresso sits, making sure to get in all the grooves along the edges of the circle. And then I also cleaned where the machine spits water out into the bottom water tray. Then I came over to the sink and used warm soapy water. This is also a very mild, gentle soap, and use that same soft cloth to clean all of the pieces, including the top coffee reservoir. You just want to make sure that you allow it to dry out really, really well before you return it to your grinder. I returned the water drip tray to the espresso machine, and I'm putting my 1 cup espresso basket in my portafilter and placing the cleaning rubber gasket piece in here. And I'm taking a cleaning tablet and placing it on. I place my portafilter with the cleaning tablet in it onto the machine, and you can see when the machine is pretty clean, everything kind of sticks and it's a little bit harder to get the portafilter on. You're going to hold down the 1 and 2 cup buttons until they are both illuminated, and then pressing either the 1 cup or the 2 cup button will enter it into cleaning mode. You're going to watch it go back and forth for approximately 5 minutes, and you're going to see that the machine is spitting water out into the drip tray as it does this. When the cycle is complete, all of the lights will re-illuminate and it'll look as the normal settings of the machine. I remove the portafilter and the drip tray and rinse everything out really well. I also run a 1 cup cycle to clear out any of the remnants from the cleaning tab up top. Then we're going to move on to descaling the machine. You're going to take your descaling packet and empty it into the water reservoir. The water reservoir should be at your descale mark, which is the halfway line. You're going to place a large container that's going to hold quite a bit of water. It doesn't have to be too big. That way, when it runs through, it has somewhere to go. You want to make sure that your steam wand is also inside of this container. You're going to hold down the 1 cup and the steam cup buttons to turn your machine off. And then you are going to allow your machine to completely cool down. We just did a cleaning cycle, so it needs a minute. I'm going to move on to reassembling my espresso grinder. However, if you did not just clean your machine and you're doing a descale immediately, you can obviously just jump right into it. I needed to allow my machine to cool off for just a moment. Place the metal piece back in and then turn it clockwise to lock it back into place. Then you'll just place your coffee reservoir back on top, push down, and turn the centerpiece clockwise to lock it into place. Now that my espresso machine has cooled off completely, I'm going to hold the 1 cup and steam cup buttons down for approximately 5 seconds until they are illuminated by themselves. You do this while the machine is off, and this will enter it into descale mode. Pressing either of those buttons will start the cycle. It's going to run for quite some time, and then once it has the 1 cup and steam cup buttons illuminated again and they're not interchangeably flashing, that's how you know that it's paused. You're going to want to empty out your container of water from the front. You're going to want to then also refill your water reservoir on the back of the machine. You're going to leave the remnants from the descale in there at this point. Replace your container and click either the 1 cup or the steam cup cycle to resume your descale. Once all the lights are back on, your descale is completed. You're going to empty out your water container from the front. And you're also going to pull your water reservoir from the back off, dump it out and rinse it out really well. I also give the back of the machine a little wipe down because that doesn't normally get wiped down in my day-to-day routine. Return your reservoir and refill with clean, purified water. And then I also just run a full 2 cup cycle without anything there to make sure that any descale solution has moved all the way through the machine and everything is nice and clean. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you found this video helpful and you have either of these machines, you can save this video for future reference. And then if you enjoyed, please subscribe. If you are not already, join the Happy Kitchen family. Have a happy day.